He couldn't answer a single question. This is the moment they revealed they have no plan and no control. The border is broken, and this is why.
Their property. What do you say to them?
I say that is why, precisely, we are taking it to the smuggling organizations.
But you are not. That is simply not true.
Number two, it is why we are dedicated.
Let me read from the Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal 2 weeks ago ran an article entitled, "It's like a graveyard. Record numbers of migrants are dying at the border." The story begins with this chilling line, quote, "Eagle Pass, Texas. Local officials keep a refrigerated truck to hold the bodies of migrants who drown in the currents of the Rio Grande while trying to cross the border into the U.S." Mr. Chairman, I ask unanimous consent that this article be entered into the record. Let me ask you a different question. How many children have been sexually assaulted by human traffickers under the Biden administration?
Senator, this is precisely why we instituted.
I don't want a lecture. It's a question. How many children have been sexually assaulted by human traffickers under your administration?
Senator, this is exactly why on January 5th, we announced
again,
the parole
do you know
program.
how many? Do you know how many children have been sexually assaulted?
This is why we.
Okay, you're going to refuse to answer that question as well. Let's move on. It's obvious you've been instructed to stonewall, so I'm not going to let you. You don't get to stonewall and filibuster. Now, one of my Democratic colleagues before said the Democrat talking point, quote, "This problem didn't start under Biden." Look, I get if you're a partisan spinner, you got to figure out something to say about the absolute catastrophe that has played out under the Biden administration. True or false, Secretary Mayorkas, 2020 was the lowest rate of illegal immigration in 45 years. Is that true or false?
It is certainly the lowest level of immigration in many, many years. And what was it in 2020? What was it, Senator, in 2020 that impacted the entire world, including the United States?
Okay, so your testimony is the reason we had the lowest rate was COVID. It had nothing to do with building the wall, nothing to do with any catch and release, nothing to do with Remain in Mexico. With all respect, Mr. Secretary, that answer is laughable. And in fact, if you look at illegal immigration, let's look at CBP encounters. You can see 500,000, 500,000, it drops to the lowest level, and boom, what happens? You show up. And that red line is you. That red line is Joe Biden. And you're claiming nothing happened. Oh gosh, this was here before us. No, you made the decision to allow this to happen. Let me ask you, we now have over 5.5 million people who've entered this country illegally under Joe Biden. How many murderers have you released into America?
Senator, I'm not aware of any murderer whom we've.
So you don't know.
Senator, let me say something.
Do you know?
If you take a look at.
No, you don't get to give a speech. Do you know how many murderers you've released?
I'm just trying to answer your question.
How many rapists
Senator.
have you released?
Senator, I'm trying
Do you
to
know?
answer your question.
You can answer, I know or I don't know.
Senator, any individual who poses a public safety threat.
How many child molesters have you
detained
released?
and removed into the United States, from the United States.
Oh, so your testimony under oath, subject to perjury, is that you have not released any murderers, rapists, or child molesters among the 5.5 million. Is that your testimony?
What's up, Patriots? Jasper FF here. And if you just watched that clip of Senator Ted Cruz absolutely dismantling Secretary Mayorkas, you know exactly why we have to talk about this. This is one of the most infuriating, disgraceful displays of a government official refusing to do his job that I have ever seen. Before we break it down, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell. We're telling the truth here, that the mainstream media won't, and we need every patriot to hear it. Let's be crystal clear. What we just witnessed wasn't a hearing, it was an invasion. Ted Cruz asked the simplest, most direct questions possible. Is there a crisis? Has it made Americans less safe? How many have died? How many children have been trafficked? And what did we get from the Secretary of Homeland Security? Word salad, political talking points, a complete and utter refusal to acknowledge the human tragedy happening every single day on his watch. He couldn't even say the word crisis. He called it a challenge. A challenge is a crossword puzzle, Secretary. A border invasion where 853 human beings died last year alone is a catastrophic crisis. This is the game they play. They hide behind bureaucracy and language because they know if they tell the truth, the American people would be screaming for accountability. They know that the policies of open borders, catch and release, and halting wall construction directly cause this disaster. That red line on the graph of illegal immigration shoots straight up the day Biden and Mayorkas took office. This is their doing. And the absolute most damning part, his sheer ignorance. The man in charge of our border security didn't even know how many migrants died. He had no idea how many murderers, rapists, or terrorists have been released into our communities among the 5.5 million illegal entrants. He didn't know what the cartel wristbands on migrants mean. This isn't just incompetence. It's a dereliction of duty of the highest order. They have turned our southern border into a graveyard and a superhighway for human trafficking, fentanyl that's killing our kids, and criminals who want to do us harm. And they have the audacity to sit in front of Congress and lie to our faces. Ted Cruz was right. The blood of those who have drowned, the suffering of those children sold into slavery, it is on their hands. Alejandro Mayorkas should not have a job. He should be fired. But he won't be, because this is the agenda. This is exactly what they want. A broken border, a blurred national identity, and a dependent population. It's up to us, patriots. We have to be the voice for those who have no voice. We have to demand security, demand sovereignty, and demand that our leaders actually answer the dang question. Share this video. Make everyone see the truth. This is Chasper FF, fighting for America. God bless you all, and God bless the United States of America.